Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. There was this Oleksandr Usyk Tyson Fury Faceoff thing. Steve Bunce hosted it, and it lasted for about 10, 12 minutes. Not a lot was revealed. Not a lot. They sat there. Bunce went through the fight with them. Both appeared fine. Fury was very respectful. Usyk always is. Usyk's English is obviously limited, so a few times he had to. What he was saying was said in Ukrainian, and he was, it was translated. Tyson, when Tyson Fury cuts the bullshit and just speaks properly, and he has great insight into boxing, and he's actually really good to listen to. It's just that he wants to play that so-called entertaining pantomime game. I wish he'd knock that on the head and do more of the stuff that we saw, because whether you agree with his assessment of what was happening in the ring, and there were several key points of the fight that were discussed, it's much more interesting to me to hear him speak intelligently rather than play the fool. The one thing that is very noticeable is that Fury clearly knows now, and isn't even pretending otherwise, that he can't get under Usyk's skin. He can't play any, and I hate this expression, mind games. What passes for mind games, it's really just playground crap. So if somebody insults you and you tell them to F off, oh, you've bitten, that means I've got one over on you. If you don't say anything, oh, well, he's scared of me. All this bullshit, and this is this crap I gave up when I was about 8, 9. It's nonsense. So I'm glad that this didn't have any of that. And I'm glad that Fury seems to know he can't do that to Usyk. No one can do that to Usyk. Usyk is mentally immensely strong, as is Fury. Because Fury is a tough man. Fury is someone who has faced adversity on many occasions. Let's not forget, he won his titles in Dusseldorf against Klitschko. He and his team went over there and they disputed everything, from that spongy canvas to, they weren't going to be bullied. They weren't going to be intimidated. In the press conferences, Tyson kind of put it on Vlad. If anything, he made the statement, the phrase he used when they first shared a sauna together was, you're just another bare bum in the shower, and I like that. So he's got some real mental strength too. Don't forget when he first took on Wilder. Wilder was undefeated. He was knocking everyone over, and Tyson, went over to America. So he won another title. Well, it was a draw, the first one, won it the first fight, but he won that WBC belt in America. So, he's a very strong man. And also, as I was watching the little clips and listening to them both talk about what was going on the screen, now I've always respected Usyk. I'm a massive fan of Usyk, massive fan. But I was thinking, do you know what? When Tyson Fury, again, cuts some nonsense, gets in the ring and fights, I can't not respect him. He's got tremendous ability. He's a tremendous fighter. And I've always admired his skills. I've always admired what he's capable of doing. It's his out-of-the-ring shenanigans and his disingenuous, what's the word I'm looking for? Genuinity. Yeah, he's just disingenuous. His lies, if you like, the gaslighting that he's done in the past, all of that crap, I despise. And as I would despise it in anyone. But when you see him in the ring fighting, you think, God, that guy's good. I respect that man a lot. Because don't forget, it's like when people took the mick out of Joshua for losing twice to Usyk. Oh, he lost twice to him, smaller man, blah, blah, blah. And Tyson was one of the ones leading the charge, saying that. There's no shame in losing to Oleksandr Usyk on points, going the distance twice, just as there's no shame for Tyson Fury to lose to Usyk. Yes, he's a much, much smaller man, but everyone's smaller than Tyson Fury. Most people are smaller than Anthony Joshua. Usyk is a brilliant generational talent, a magnificent fighter. And they showed a clip of Tyson landing the uppercut, which definitely rattled Usyk, a couple of good body punches. They showed the knockdown where Usyk come on strong and, clipped him. And they were saying to Fury, what was going through your mind? And, he just said, oh, nothing. Usyk's fists, probably. He wasn't trying to, talk nonsense. He was just saying, well, I was just trying to survive. It was a boxing match. I mean, and when they mentioned, there's a bit of chaos in the corner after that 9th round, Fury said, no, a lot of people have opinions, but it doesn't matter. I knew what it was. I knew what I was doing. And to come back from a 9th round like that, which was hell on earth, and go the distance, thinking about that fight, both those guys got my respect, definitely. I think the right man won. Fury said at the end of the fight, he thought he'd won. When you're in the eye of the storm, it's difficult to see it. Watching it back, I can't remember how many times I watched that fight, but it's a few times. I always make Usyk the winner. I don't think the early rounds were as dominant for Usyk as some people that I've listened to and met and had conversations with do. I think a lot of people think that Usyk won the first 4 rounds and he was a mile ahead. Blah, blah. No, I think it was more competitive than that. And I understand that the cleaner, sharper work was coming from Usyk, but Fury was clipping him, not with any real power. But I think the sort of backward motion of Fury and throwing in all that stupid showboating gave people the impression that he was losing the round. I felt he pinched a couple of those early rounds, definitely. Then he had that purple patch in the middle, a couple of good rounds there. But for me, the fight was won in the last third when Usyk turned the heat up, got the knockdown and so on. But I'm someone who a month ago was thinking, I'm still not convinced this rematch is going to go ahead. It wouldn't surprise me if Fury pulled out or if either was injured. There's always that possibility. But as we approach it, I'm a bit more confident that it will go ahead. I'm not convinced, not by a long shot, but I think it might just go ahead. Yeah. Get your fingers and all your toes crossed as well. Chucking gang signs at you. There you go. All right. Well, look. What did you think of this little chit chat? Did you like it? Do you think there's anything there that I haven't mentioned that I might have missed? How do they come across to you, the pair of them? I like Usyk. Is it from a computer game? The black suit, the red tie, and the gloves. What's it called, Hitman or something? I never played a computer game in my life. You tell me that. But I like that look. He's got his bald head, and Fury, of course, sitting there in his check jacket. And this must have been recorded a month or so ago when they first came together, and Usyk had his little briefcase on him. But anyway, look. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this. What have I missed, if anything? What are your opinions? And I'm not going to do a prediction for the fight yet. I don't mind saying I'll lean towards Usyk, but I won't do a proper prediction video until the week of the fight. If you want to make a comment about who you think might win, your early impressions, let me know. All right, guys and girls, thank you very much. As always, please subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit that like button. They count them, so I'm told. And yeah, looking forward to reading what you've got to say. I always appreciate your time. Enjoy your weekend. Bye for now.